Hey everybody, this is Vicki from Messy Table Studio, here today with a catch-up video because I have not been making videos and I'm going to show you what I've been doing instead. Since the fall, the weather got cooler. I have been knitting and crocheting like a fiend and trying to keep up with AOM. So I want to show you what I've been up to. I have been knitting and crocheting baby Afghans to donate. They're not really, they're basic. It's just the seed stitch on the edges to keep them from curling or rolling. And then just, what is this, stockinette? Stockinette. They're different sizes. They're different yarns. Some of them, I got more than one Afghan out of yarn. Others, I took yarn and tried to stretch it as best I could with, the light's really bright, sorry, with white to make the ends meet. I did shell stitch, crocheted shell stitch around the edges to keep the edges from curling and give it a little more girly look for this one. This is the, what is the cluster stitch, I think is what it is. I am not an avid crocheter, but I do know how to crochet a little bit. Okay, there's this one. This one's big. Some of them I have not, this is the, I think it's the, pebble stitch. This one just gave me tremendous heartburn. I don't know if you can see the bumps. There's a ruffled edge on the round, again, with the shell stitch to give it a little more interest. This one's a big blanket. And then I used what was left from that one onto this one to extend it out to make another blanket. I couldn't do it all in pink, so I took some of the pink that was left over from the bottom one, got more white, and mixed it in to make another blanket. This is, I think, one of the ones. I think this yarn that I have these done in came from Walmart. It's their, I don't want to know, I can't remember the brand. But this is just, you know, very basic knit and pearls. No yarn overs, nothing. This is knit. I didn't do anything special. You know, just little blankets. Some of them are, like I said, some are really big, some are really small. All right, where's another one? Okay, here's one that's not attached. I haven't done all the ends in. Here's another one that's like the pink one I just showed you that's just the little squares with knit and purl. That's all this is. Nothing. This is what I do when I watch TV. So that this is a really small one. More like a little bigger than a receiving blanket. All right, this one has to have the ends weaved in like crazy. This is ice cream, I think is what it's called, ice cream yarn. Again, mixed in a baby white so that I could extend the yellow out. I really got to take care of those ends. I think that's the bane of every crocheter and knitter's existence, is trying to weave in ends. All right, so I did this one. This is also another Walmart yarn. I think this one's a little out of shape. I should have blocked this one because it looks kind of funky on the edges. Anyway, so there's that. This one's crocheted. I didn't do anything around the edges because I ran out of yarn. I thought I was going to have enough, and I didn't think about it and kept going. And this is another one where it's just the white extending out the blue. And again, this yarn came from Walmart, one of their baby brands. I don't know what it is. I did not put in, I don't think I didn't put hardly any of the baby blankets that I knit on my Ravelry page because there was just too many and I wasn't going to fool around with it. This is the same yarn with the white to extend over what was left over of this, to extend it out so that I could use the last of this and not have a lot of leftover yarn. So that's what I've been doing since, I don't know, October, November of last year. And it finally got warm, and I, oh, I showed you that one. So I stopped knitting baby Afghans because it just got to be a little much on my lap. Here's another one that has that yarn from Walmart. So I think I might have knit, nope, this is crochet. I crocheted this one first. Then I think I did this one. And then last of all, I did this one. You can tell it's the last of the yarn because it's mostly white and not a whole lot of color. I tried to give them a little variety so that they weren't all pink and blue. But, you know, it happens. I couldn't find any of the yellow. I would like to have paid to make more of the yellow ones, but you know, when I do these and donate these to charity, I don't want to go in the hole doing it. All right, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's my baby Afghan stash stuff. Let me put that over. Where am I going to put these things? Out of the way of the camera so that I can put more stuff up here. Then, because the Afghans were getting too hot on my lap, I moved on to knitting shawls. Now, the reason I started knitting shawls is because I have a friend who has metastatic breast cancer, and I wanted to knit her a prayer shawl. Her favorite color is a blue, and I don't have a lot of blue. So, I've knit 4 shawls, and I'm on the 5th one. The 5th one's not blue. Let me show you what I got. Okay, so the first one I knit was this one, and this is out of Karen Jumbo Ombre. This stuff goes a very long way because it's 12 ounces and has 595 yards. I did have some of one of these skeins left. I think I have 4 total of these skeins. I was going to make an Afghan and changed my mind. So I thought, well, she likes blue. Let me try to see the pattern. Mostly, it wasn't the blue that I was testing. It was the pattern. Well, I did not know how to make yarn overs in reverse. So when I did my yarn overs for the edging, I ended up with too many stitches, and it caused a lovely little ruffle all the way around it. I never intended to have a ruffle. I will insert pictures so that you can see it stretched out. I have a retractable clothesline in my art room, and I pin these up with clothespins so you could see the wingspan. So that's the first one I tried. And I think this was called the Pearl Dust shawl. I should have brought the patterns over here. Where are they? Here they are. I have been collecting patterns for quite a while, and I've been trying to knit as many of them. Yes, the Pearl Dust shawl. That's what this one should have looked like. Flat. No, not even close. All right, so I started with that one. Did not go well, although the outcome wasn't horrible. So let me throw that one back over there. Then I thought, okay, let me try something different. So then I tried, is it this one? Then I tried this one. Now this one is knit with the Sweet Roll DK. This is not the same color. This one is, what is this one called? This one's called Aurora, but this was called Geode. Not crazy about all the gray in it. I would have liked more blues, but this is what that yarn looks like. It's a DK, acrylic DK. So here's the edges. And this was fine, but you do a picot bind off, and it takes bloody forever to do. I was not crazy about the picot bind off, but I went ahead and did it because I thought, well, you know, I haven't done one of these in a long time. Let's remember why I don't like doing it. And now I do remember why I don't like doing it. I'm trying to think, what shawl is it that I knit? What pattern? I have so many in this pile. I'm not sure what I did because I tried so many different things. I just got carried away on trying to knit shawls. Let's see. Was this the Royal Bridges? No. Which one was it? I do not know which one it was. How's that? Okay. Maybe I have it someplace else. I don't know where it is. Anyway, so I knit this one, and it's got a very wide wingspan because you keep increasing from the middle out, and the middle gets nice and long, but then when you get down towards here, everything gets like really skinny and it curls up. I don't particularly care for that. It says it's a shawl, but it barely covers you. This is more like a scarf you would wear around your neck in the winter. Then I thought, okay, I had enough of those. So then I knit this one, which is the front. This is the front. And it needs to be blocked, but I wanted to show you. This is some nondescript yarn, and I can't remember the pattern that I used on this one. I have it on my Ravelry page. Anyway, so this one needs desperately to be blocked. So there, it should grow a tiny bit, but again, it's not really a shawl to me. It is more like a scarf. They call it a shawl, but I don't think so. There it is. And then again, as you do one of these triangular things, everything gets kind of skinny towards the end. I like it, but it's not large enough. Then I repeated the pearl dust shawl because I messed up the ends, and that's the one where I had the lovely ruffle on it. So this time I followed the directions. I learned how to do a yarn over in reverse. So here it is. I didn't realize that I had 2 cakes of the geode, so I used this again. And look, no ruffle. Because it's not supposed to have one. I like it, but again, I don't like these that curl up like bat wings. I just, I'm not crazy about the curl. But, it's the nature of the beast. So this one is really, really wide. And the reason is because I had 571 yards, and I decided that all it is knit and purl, and then you have some lacy bits in it, and I was going to use every stinking ounce or yard of that, and I ended up with a ball this big because I added a couple of more rows on here of garter stitch to stretch it out a little bit more, because I wanted to use up all the yarn. I didn't want to have any leftovers, and I just had, a little piece like that. So this one is in 2 different patterns for this one, but in the same yarn. And I'm more happy with this one than I was the first one. So now I have this stuff called Aurora, and I have 2 of these. I don't remember why I ordered 4 of the sweet rolls from Premier and then got 2 of the same colors for the 4. So I don't know why I did that. Anyway, so this one still has to be knit up, and I don't like fuchsia pink or, colors like that. And I must have been brain dead when I ordered this because I am not crazy about this color of pink. But I thought, well, it should be interesting, and maybe I should stretch my horizons. I don't know why I was thinking. Anyway, let's see. Here's the ball band. That's a big old ball band, isn't it? Like I said, it's 541 yards, not 470. It was 541 yards, 4.9 ounces, almost 5 ounces, and 140 grams. And these came from Premier, and they had a sale. I think I've had this yarn a year. Well, there's that. So now I'm going to show you what I'm knitting on today. I have a 3-inch 3-ring binder. This is only a 2. I have a 3-inch binder that has nothing but patterns I paid for, free patterns people have given to me, and I print them out and I put them in the sheet protectors. So my shawl collection has outgrown its section in the 3-ring binder, so I had to expand to another one. And I have another binder that has nothing but sock patterns in it. I don't put sock patterns in the big binder. So the big binder has things like dishcloths and hats and things like that. So this one's scarves, shawls, shrugs, and cowls. Because I have been collecting a lot of shawl patterns to find the perfect pattern for what I want to do. Some I have paid for, some I have gotten for free, and I print them off stapled them together, and then put them in the binder. I did separate the ones where I had a lot of one brand. I put them all together. Like I had a lot of this Esprit Tricot, which is I think this is a French-Canadian company. I think that's where they're from, is Canada. I don't know where in Canada, though. So I paid for one pattern, and then I ended up finding a link for 10 free shawls from the same company. And I put these all together. Then Becky from Aunt Beck's Creations recommended that I go to Premier to look at their shawls, and I did, and I printed a bunch off, and I wanted all the Premier shawls to be in the same section together. It's not fancy, but I can find stuff. There is one thing I want to say about Premier shawls. I thought when I printed these off that, let me push this one. This shawl right here, I bought the yarn to make this one because I just loved how colorful it was. Well, I looked on it, and it says it's a kind of a simple shawl. It's crocheted, not knit. It's crocheted. Then I looked at other shawls, and I printed them off, and I went, wait a minute. That looks like the exact same shawl. So what Premier has done is they take the exact same shawl and then show it in different yarns. The measurements for this one are 64-inch wide, and the length in the center back is 30. This one has the exact same measurements as does this one right here, 64 and 30. So this is the exact same shawl done with different yarns. So if you're going to print off a shawl pattern, you probably only have to print off one of these. It's called Simply Stripey Shawl. This one is called, what is it called? Simple Triangle Shawl, which is the same thing as this one right here, just different yarn. And then this one, this one is also the Triangle Shawl. It's got lace in it, a little more than this one and this one. But basically, it's the same type shawl. This one's lace, but it has the same, it's the same thing. Now, I did print off some of their other shawls, which are not the same as the ones I just showed you. The rest of these are a little bit different. And I think almost every one of these is crochet. Let me see. Needles. Nope. This one is a knit. This one is... This one is a knit. Is this one a crochet? This is knit. Well, shoot, I thought they were crochet. I thought I printed off some that were crochet. This is a knit. Anyway, I just put them all together in the Premier section so that I could have them together. And here are miscellaneous shawls that I've collected over the last 15, 20 years. And I have kept them because I paid for them in some way, shape, or form. And I've made a lot of these that are in here many years ago. And not all of them, I don't know if I would knit any of these today. I just don't know. Some of them are very old. Now, I did knit this one, and my shawl got featured on Haute Couture's site for an example of the shawl. So I was really excited that they used my shawl as an example. Some of these, I wouldn't knit this because of those edges there, because you are never going to get those to lay flat or look like that ever again after you block it. They'll curl. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. This swirl, I don't know if I would make this one or not, but I thought it was pretty. Did I pay for that one? Oh, I sure did. I've made the Boneyard shawl, Stephen West, and I think this is probably one of the easiest shawls patterns he's ever put out. And I've knit this about 3 or 4 times, the Sedona Triangle Shawl, and it's a free pattern. You get the shawl yarn, and then this is on their website, the Sedona Triangle Shawl. This one I paid for, I think. What is this one called? Elementary Wrap. And I priced the yarn to make this one because I really like this one. This one's a rectangular shawl, and it's really long. It's it's skinny and really long, but it would be about 90 bucks in yarns, and not happening. Then I found this place called Skano, which is a Canadian company. It's a basic, simple shawl, much like the one you can find on Premiere. On Premiere. And it shows the 3 different color options to use for the yarn. I think Norma is the one this is knit with, this bottom one. And again, it's a lace shawl with a lot of yarn overs, and in between the yarn over sections, it's garter stitch. So these are not really hard shawls. They look nice when they're done, but they're really not that hard. And then, of course, the Pearl Dust shawl I have knit twice, once wrong, once right. Simple shawl I knit, and I don't like the picot bind off, but I did do it because I figured, what the hey, you might as well follow the pattern to see what you like and don't like about it. The Sick Day Half Pie shawl I have not knit, but I'm going to in the future. Lala Simple shawl, again, it's a basic shawl with a lot of garter stitch or stockinette, garter and stockinette, and then the lace sections, and they alternate them. This is called the Gold Dust shawl. Who makes this one? Who's this one by? Lisa Haynes, Hannes. Designs by malha@gmail.com. This is, by Matilda Design. And then there's this one. I have never done this one. It's got nice wavy edges on it, and it looks like almost the whole shawl has the wavy edges in it. I would like to try this one. Then there's the Royal Bridges shawl, which was the little blue shawl that I showed you that was way too small. It was this one knit with a much smaller yarn than what it calls for. That's why it's so small. I'm going to re-knit this one into something a little larger, and I'm going to keep the sections going because it says that you only need 390 to 400 fingering weight yarn or DK, and I want it to be bigger, so I'll need more of the fingering yarn or a DK weight than what it says here, because I want to make it longer. I don't like the fact they just wrap around your neck and you shove it in your coat. This is a shrug. Here's the Tweety shrug that Barbara Converse made. I've been waiting to see how hers turns out before I start it. And then this is just miscellaneous scarves that I've saved over the years. Majority of these I have not knit, although I've knit like 8 of the Mary shawls out of Misty Alpaca. They're very soft and they're just wonderful. And when you block them, they're really beautiful blocked. I've made the Irish hiking scarf. Very easy to make the thingamabobbies. What's the word? Cables. I've not made this one. I've not made this one. I've got this in here twice. I've not made either one of those. I don't know what all this is. Lace charts for cocoon scarf and wrap. Oh, that goes to this one right here. Bias scarf. Free diamonds, Fern Diamond. I have knit this one, and I knit it in silk, and it was fabulous, and I still use it to this day. And I've not knit any of these. Never knit this one either. And this one either. So, you know, I'm still working on going through the book on knitting some of these that I really like. I should probably get rid of the patterns I don't like. All right, so at the end of the video, there will be photos of the 4 shawls that I knit, stretched out on a clothesline so you can see the wingspan. All right, so I think that's it for me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. Bye-bye.